our country into the state for parade mood.
Excellency, for being present here this morning. We do not take it for granted. Your support is really appreciated. Our teachers, we have a very dedicated
watoto wasome. Mimi agenda yangu Makadara ni education number 1, 2 education, number 3 education. Mungu wa amani wabariki.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa, Your Excellency. As a ministry, we shall be able to work with all stakeholders.
The government will continue to emphasize the values of ethics and integrity in our education system curriculum as part of our nation-building initiatives, strengthening the software of the nation, fighting corruption and other vices that bedevil our society today. We must continue to inculcate practical ethics and integrity in our learning systems, especially through the socio-activity programs undertaken in our learning institutions. I trust that Jamhuri High School is running programs to carry through these values, in which we are now incorporating them into the CBC curriculum right up to the tertiary level. This government has built 15,000 classrooms across Kenya. We are in the process in the next 1 year to build an additional 7,000 classrooms to bring to a total of 23,000 classrooms, mainly for grade 9 and other grades, to make sure that we take care of the physical facilities. We now have resources also to provide laboratories for 1,600 schools across Kenya where our children do not have laboratories, because you cannot do CBC when you have schools without labs, and the first time they see a Bunsen burner or a microscope is the examination day, and you expect that child to do anything in science. So in the next 1 year, the government of Kenya will build 1,600 laboratories across Kenya to make sure every school has a laboratory, a science laboratory. We are carrying out major education reforms for the last quite a number of years, and we are working to perfect the CBC program to make sure that it takes our students and learners to a place where they have a fighting chance in a very complex, demanding, challenging, and competitive world. It is in that regard that this is the administration that has employed the highest number of teachers in 2 years. Between 2022, August, and now, this administration, by close of the ongoing activity, which I think is closing this month, we will have employed 76,000 teachers. No other government, no other administration has employed that number of teachers in 2 years. The manifesto of Kenya Kwanza is to bridge the gap in staffing in our education, and the commitment that we made when President Ruto was seeking to be elected president of Kenya, we had committed that in 5 years, we will employ 116,000 teachers. Up to now, we've done 76. We are on course. We will meet the targets. The government remains committed to ensuring that the children of this country acquire accessible, relevant, inclusive, and quality education that equips them with the necessary skills, knowledge, and values to navigate the world, which is getting increasingly complex and challenging. We will continue to support, as government, the implementation of the competence-based curriculum to ensure that our learners and graduates fit into the international and global systems in employment opportunities, entrepreneurship, and even further studies. We have further identified the need to match the skills of our school leavers to the demands of the market. Innovation in science and technology will be used in providing instruction and also upgrading the skills of our school leavers. We are therefore continuing with our engagements on reviewing the various curricula to align them to the national and international market demands and trends. I urge all of us to support the government reforms in education with an understanding that the man or woman who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. That some of the examples that you're seeing from us, older people in the public and private sector, some of the examples that you're seeing from us, older people today, in the religious and family spaces, as parents and religious leaders, public servants, and people in private sector, those examples may run contrary to the things and the ideals we are telling you to do. Nevertheless, I urge you to be the generation that makes the change and breaks the chains that hold us backwards whenever we want to go forward as a country. Avoid vices, and it doesn't matter what you see. Aim at being what is ideal. That is my charge to you today. Dear students, we must promote intergenerational excellence. The excuses I have heard from some of our boys and girls, our children, is that we don't look so good ourselves as adults. The things we are telling them to do, some of us do not do them. And I'm saying that should not be the excuse. I also want to confirm to you, students of Jamhuri High School, there are enough older people who are upright and who can be your role models. Just look around. There is someone older than you, just around you, from whom you can learn and get mentorship.